I'm Tamara.
And I'm Rell.
Welcome to Fearful Friends Podcast. Always with the horns. She never forgets. Happy Friday.
God, it doesn't even feel like Friday. You know what it feels like is like mid-November, right before the holidays. I don't know why. I feel like there's panic.
Have you gone outside?
I went to work today.
Because it does not feel, it is 800 degrees.
Speaking of, though, I was reading something in the news and it really scared me. Something about like, you know, the El Niña.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, but it said it's going to be really hot.
Maybe,
and it's already so hot.
Maybe don't mow your grass at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Here's the thing, Tamara. There is no other time to do it because every single time, so the golden hour is between like 7 and 8. It's still daylight. The sun is like setting. You got the cool breeze. Everything's calm. And the grass is dry. I would do it early morning, but the grass is wet from the dew up until like noon. And then we're in fucking Florida, so we get afternoon showers every single day. And I have an electric mower. And I don't want to be caught out there. That's an expensive mower. I'm not fucking around with that. Anyways, every single time I've gone to mow,
it rains.
Yeah. And sorry, I 100% lost my train of thought.
I gotcha.
But sorry again. I checked the weather that day. I was gonna mow later in the day. Anyways, it said it was gonna rain at like 7, which is when I wanted to do it. So I was just like, I might as well do it now. It's gonna pour. Guess what? Didn't rain at all that day at all.
Yeah.
I was really upset.
So what happens if you have wet grass when you're mowing? It gets like caught?
It gets like stuck, and it turns into like cement. I don't think it would actually like ruin like the battery or anything like that, but it's just like a pain in the ass to have to stop every like 5 seconds. Then I have to like lift the mower up and like run the thing to clear the grass and then plop it back. And then like with all this rain, our grass is like you can't even tell we were in a drought a month ago because my grass is like, I mean, it's taller than Murphy. He's literally running around in this new jungle that has just emerged over the last week. And he's like, Mom! So I didn't have a choice. I had to mow. And then I almost died because it was so fucking hot. I could only finish the backyard. And I was like, I can't see anymore. It's so hot.
Think of all the calories you burned.
It was 20 minutes. So I probably didn't burn any calories at all. I just probably got super dehydrated and like borderline heat stroke. And then I came in and took a freezing cold shower. And even after my shower, I was still like beet red. And the picture that I sent you, I looked at it after the shower and I was just like, that is not even as bad. Like, it looks fine in the picture. But like in real life, I looked purple.
I thought you looked hot.
I was so fucking red. I was purple.
That came through on my watch at work. I was like, ooh.
Someone got some sun.
Them titties. It was not a nude. It was just some cleavage.
No, I think I was just in my sports bra. And I was like, I just wanted to make sure you saw all the splotches all over my body because apparently I am allergic to the sun. Whenever I go out and get hot, I just get like heat rash all over my body. Yeah. And like I had splotches all going up my neck. Yeah. It was a whole thing. But did you see the lawn? Looks nice.
It's beautiful. Better than I could or would do.
We have to do it like once a week now that we're in the rainy season.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's so hard. Now I see why people pay landscapers, but I ain't rich.
I saw a cow. That's not what I meant to say. I saw a cow on my way.
In my yard?
While I was driving over it.
It was me.
I saw a lot of cows while I was driving over it, but I saw a baby cow while I was driving over it. It just made me so
Someone
happy.
Call it a calf.
A calf.
Was it like just being born?
No, it was just out in the field with its mom, and it was just
small.
It just made me so happy. And then I saw a deer in that creepy field where that guy was standing, that huge giant vast field. Remember last week I was telling you I was driving over and there was some
Vaguely.
random guy standing.
I was like, I've been watching a lot of scary movies, and I was just like, are you reading my mind? And then I realized we talked about this last week.
Yeah, you said he was a scarecrow, but I
Probably
drove by
was.
there and he wasn't there.
So maybe they took the scarecrow
And
down
there was a
and replaced
deer.
it with a deer.
Well, why would they have a scarecrow in the middle of a field?
To scare away the crows.
Why would they scare away the crows?
Maybe it's a cornfield.
It's not. It's like a
What
swamp.
kind of field is it?
It's like a swamp field.
What are they farming?
Nothing.
What?
It's not a farm. It's a field. It's just a field in the middle on the side of the highway.
Oh.
It's like a big giant field.
Oh, I thought
where
it was
there's no
someone's
trees.
farm.
No, that's where the cows are.
Yes.
It sounds like I'm driving through like Wisconsin or something.
I'm like, I'm trying to picture it. You're driving through quite like from one city to another
I
city.
know.
But like, I understand the in between is just like, you could hide a body out there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I almost hit a deer on Jog Road in West Palm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was a very long time
Could you
ago.
imagine calling your insurance company? Yeah, I live in South Florida.
Yeah. It was wild. Because there's like a warehouse district back there. And when I worked with my dad, we had a little warehouse back there. It was really scary. I don't know what I would have done.
Cried. I know what
I
you
think
would have done.
I think I would have died.
You would have died?
I think I would have died. Like, yeah. Yeah, because I freak out when I hit an already dead animal.
Oh god.
I take both my hands off the wheel and I cover my face and I go, ah! Oh! And then I have to call Matt.
Oh my god.
And then he has to like talk me down and tell me it was already dead. But it still hurts.
I killed an already dead squirrel.
I don't like the thump.
Oh my god. What about hitting a
live fucking dog like I did in the Heights one time?
Oh my
It
god,
lived.
I forgot about that.
It did live.
What about
I was sober.
armadillos?
Everyone. I love armadillos.
You ever hit one with your car?
No.
They like roll up into a ball and then you get a real clunk clunk clunk.
Oh my god.
I know, I love armadillos too.
Yeah, I hit a dead turtle one time. And I legit thought it was going to pop my tire. Which I was sad about the turtle, but then I was like, oh shit, we might have a problem here.
This is why you sniffle, because you cry so easily.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's what it is. Also, like, I don't talk to people very often where I like actually show my emotions. So maybe when I talk to you, it's like a real person who actually gets me. So like,
What about your husband?
all my fluids just flow.
Your husband
My
and
fluids
everyone.
flow in a different way for him.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
Oh my gosh, I got a latte after work and now I'm hyped. That was real
I
loud.
thought you were gonna say I'm high. And I'm like,
I wish.
what kind of latte?
If you lived closer, I would be.
Maybe
high.
you should take today's story then.
Yeah.
I can give you my notes.
Not ready. So,
Sniffle.
I have something to tell you.
Are you pregnant?
I wish. No.
Ugh.
Did your husband tell you my secret? Me and your husband have been keeping a secret.
Ew. What?
So he didn't tell you.
Having an affair.
No. I realize that sounded weird, but
Does your husband tell you?
he knows my secret.
Does it have to do with Rich?
No. I got a dog.
Why didn't you tell me or send me any pictures?
Because I had to tell you while you were recording. It was such a
You
hard
have it now?
week. I have her.
You've had it for a week and you didn't tell me?
It was so hard not to tell you every detail.
You let me sit here and talk about hitting dead animals without telling me you got a dog?
All right.
I
now
want to see pictures.
I will show you pictures.
Sorry,
You have
that
to
you
stop
have to
crying.
edit this later.
You have to stop crying.
Is it a beagle?
No, it's a mix, mostly a pit bull. She's a rescue.
Whoa.
She's a rescue.
God, what's its name?
Her name's Lucy.
I hate that, but I love it.
Your dog's name is Lulu.
I didn't pick it. I hate her name.
Okay.
Lulu, your name is stupid.
Okay.
How old is Lucy?
Lucy's 4.
Perfect Out of the puppy stage.
Yeah.
Not quite a senior.
So, yeah, last week when we were looking at pictures, we were looking at the Humane Society. I had already met her. But her picture wasn't
You
on
didn't
there.
even tell me you met her.
Because I went the week before and toured the place. So here you can look and then just like scroll over. That's like one of the first ones.
Oh. She kind of looks like Callie, but like darker face.
Yeah, so
she does not look like a pit bull.
She's like
She's got beagle face.
A terrier mix, and she sniffs so much. So I think she is mixed with hound dog. Like a pit bull hound type thing. But she's bigger.
Look at Emmy and her.
She's really, really protective of Emmy. Sorry if there's other pictures in there.
No, I just see Robin in the corner.
Yeah.
How does Rich like her?
Rich loves her, but she's really scared of him.
Why? Oh, was she like an abused dog?
Yeah, we don't know too much about her. She was picked up as a stray, and she had a shock collar on her. And she's really apprehensive around men. So he is just trying his best to
make sure that you're like the disciplinarian and not him.
I don't even have to be a disciplinarian with this dog yet.
Look at her in her kennel.
That's all she wants to do. Her kennel's like her safe spot, so she spends like 90% of the time in there.
Oh.
And I have to like beg her to come out. I have to grab her and
stick her in the yard.
Yeah. She's such a good girl though.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her. How is she doing? Like, is she?
She's very nervous still.
What about like pee-pees and poo-poos inside?
Never.
And she lets you know when she needs to go out, or are you guys like on a schedule?
We're on a schedule. My mom was over while I was at work the other day, and she said that Lucy got out of her crate and went to the back door at one point, which I've never seen her do. And she let her out to go pee.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a good girl. Oh. Gotta spoil her with toys this Christmas.
Yeah, she's very, very sweet.
Oh my God, she's got such a beautiful face. And she's not like big.
No, she's
like pit bulls.
Right. She's 62 pounds.
Really? She does not look like 62
pounds. But if you
pounds,
think like
she's like smaller than your daughter.
She's skinny. She's taller than Callie was, and Callie was like 40 pounds at her like biggest. So she's about like 20 pounds bigger than Callie.
Wow. And like jumping on people, she's good.
The second time we went to meet her was like when I got to see her real personality. They brought us into a privacy room, and she was just so excited, and she was jumping on people and just so like high energy, which is kind of a little bit what I want.
It's a little like intimidating at first because you're like, oh my God, is this something I have to train out of them? But like, she seems like fucking chill as hell.
Yeah. But ever since we brought her home,
Emmy.
Yeah, she hasn't jumped except for when I've like invited her to put her front paws on my lap or something.
She's got those short legs.
Yeah.
She might be part beagle. Yep. I'm gonna get you a DNA test for Christmas.
I know, I really want one. That would be so cool. Yeah.
I think she's part beagle.
She's got those
short legs.
So scared of everything. It's
so happy.
Yay.
Well, now when we get like a whole bunch of like, I have to blow my fucking nose because you got me fucking crying. But we get like a whole bunch of like free stuff from work, and we get like free food and stuff, and that's how I found Murphy's food that he's on right now. So if I ever get any like cool treats and shit like that, I'll give them to you.
Yes,
because we finally found something that works for Murphy, which we actually sell at my store, and I'm like, thank goodness that I got to try it for free. But now I don't want to give him anything else, so I'll get it for free and I'll just give it to you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
I know.
Oh,
I love her so much.
How dare Matt?
And she's, so I had posted a video on TikTok and he liked it, and I was like, oh my God. So I had to text him really quick and be like, don't tell Rell, I'm going to surprise her.
He sends me TikToks too. And he sent me some fucking weird cat one today, and then another really cute dog one. But it wasn't that.
So
It's a good thing you caught him ahead of time because
Yeah.
he for sure would have been like, hey, look who got a dog.
yeah. Did Tamara tell you?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he got to see pictures of her first, but
Bastard.
she is so protective of Emily. It's so cute. When we're
That's
walking,
exactly what you want.
she herds Em out of the street, like just pushes her, and she's always standing by Em.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I want a dog like that.
I still have never heard her bark.
Oh, she doesn't at all?
No.
Have you ever had anybody knock on your door?
I tried. I knocked on other doors, and she just looked at me like, why are you knocking on the door?
Waking me up, psycho.
But
Move to you'll have solar panel people knocking on your door 4 times a
I
week.
have those already where I live.
I rent!
They sell everything. Freaking
I'm gonna
Comcast
go
and
off one of
Xfinity, and
these
I'm
days. Really?
I made back when Em was really young and still napped, and we had Callie. Was pissed off, and I made a sign and put it on my front door that was like,
If you knock on this
"Do
door,
not
I will
knock.
cut you."
The dog will bark and wake up my child." And Rich was like, "That's so mean. You can't have that on the front door." I'm like, people literally make them on Etsy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy
If
one.
you wake up my sleeping child because
I don't
this
have a sleeping
psycho
child,
dog,
but like, I might be sleeping.
you're my sleeping child.
And it gives me like immense anxiety when somebody is at my fucking front door. Even when I'm not home, I get a notification that somebody's tripped off the motion sensor, and I'm just like, please leave my house. Please don't break in. I'm watching you.
I've gotten just so over it now. They'll knock on the door and I don't even bother to look. If I'm not expecting someone, I'm
I
not
know.
even going to look and see who it is.
Yeah.
And Em's like, "Mom, someone's knocking at the front door." And I'm right by the front door because I'm sitting on the couch. And I'm like, "I don't care. I don't know who they are. Don't answer the phone."
yeah.
And they
No.
can hear me.
Not answering
Or I'll
the
just
door.
say, "Go away." I'm sorry.
Did I tell you about that one guy that got defensive with me?
No.
I answered the door and I was just straight up like, we are not interested in anything that you're trying to sell. And he was just like, hold on. So, and he put his fucking hand up in my face. And I was mad. And he was like, so you're not interested in saving money?
No.
And I was like, no. If I want to save money, I'll go through fucking FPL. You can leave now. Goodbye. Take us off whatever list we're on. And he didn't. Because I still get 3 people a week. Drives me insane. My poor dogs. Just be glad that yours doesn't bark at anything.
I need to come up with some sort of.
I have ideas.
Do you? I want it to be nice.
I don't even know
though.
what you just said.
I want it to some way to just.
Oh, put a pentagram on your door.
I saw on TikTok it was a doormat that said, "It's not a whorehouse. This is a whore home." And so it was for.
I don't know. That might not stop them. You really need to scare
It was for
these
Jehovah's
people.
Witnesses, and so it has a video
okay.
of them coming and looking and shaking their head and walk away.
I don't know what would scare people.
I don't want to necessarily scare them, but in a passive way, somehow figure out a way for them to just stop knocking at my door. They walk up.
They have to be on because when they come to my house, they skip over my neighbor's house. I've watched them on the camera. They never go to my neighbor's house. So I'm like, I have to be on some kind of list. I have to find that list and destroy it.
I don't know.
Or I mean, my neighbor already has solar panels, so maybe that's why they ignore his house. Fuck that, man.
Maybe you should just get fake solar panels and put them up there.
Good idea.
Just cardboard. You paint black.
That's a good idea.
Or just write solar
I don't
panel.
know. My homeowner's insurance might. They might be like, "That's a flying projectile. You can't have that up there."
It's a solar panel. What are you talking about?
I want to get them, but give me a fucking minute. Let me catch my breath, okay? Everything's so expensive.
You think I just have
Calm down.
thousands of dollars for solar panels?
But wait a minute. You don't have to put anything down. And it's I don't want to hear it. That's too
No.
good to be true. And if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
That's
Shut the
why.
fuck up.
That's why I want a door sign that's just "Do not fucking knock on my door."
Yeah.
Unless you have food that I have paid for already.
Let's make them on Etsy. I'm sure somebody's already making them, but
They do. And I wrote one, and Rich took it down and said it was too mean and I couldn't have it up there.
Too mean. I'm sorry.
Do not knock
That's
on
ridiculous.
my fucking door.
This is your home.
Yeah.
We shouldn't feel accosted every single time where we're trying to relax at home.
Mm-hmm.
I get accosted by people all day at work.
God, yeah.
Ma'am, do you have fresh basil? Ma'am. I'm done with it.
Oh, I hate when people call me ma'am.
It's all day.
That's offensive.
It is.
Oh,
Also, one of my
ma'am.
coworkers got poked with someone's cane the other day.
On purpose?
He said, ma'am, and he poked her with this cane, and he was like, where's your bathrooms? And she fucking freaked out. She was like, excuse me, I'm a person. And she walked away.
What is wrong with... How in your right mind do you think you can poke someone with your cane?
Dirty ass fucking cane that goes all on the floor and you poke someone in the boob with it.
Oh my God, these people.
And then he was just like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. And it's
You
like,
didn't
if
mean to
you
pick up
lift
your cane.
your cane with your scraggly ass old man arm. You meant to do it. Anyways, that's not what we're here for.
God, that is what we're here for. That's our podcast.
Well, we're here to take our minds off the podcast with other horrible, horrible shit. Unless you want to talk about something else, that's fine.
No, unless you want to hear me bitch about my coworkers that I hate.
How are your coworkers doing?
Well, it's just...
How's Jim and Fred, Gertha?
It's Gertrude and... Oh, I can't think of the other lady's name.
One of them's name is really Gertrude?
No.
Oh.
It's a fake name I gave her.
I was going to say, I made up fake
She's
names.
just an old fucking lady. And I really fucking hate her. I have no patience for her anymore. Today she was looking for a pen and asked me like 14 times where her fucking pen is. Bitch, we're both fucking adults. If you can't find a fucking pen, you think I can find your fucking pen? I'm not the fucking pen keeper. Go look for
Gertrude, find the supply closet.
I can look just as hard as you can look. We can do the same efforts. You're not a fucking child.
Oh, man.
I mean, and that's just like the tip of
Maybe
it.
she has arthritis and she can't.
I don't fucking care. You can.
Her eyeballs.
I don't want to hear about her eyeballs either.
Works.
Her fucking.
She's getting worked up.
So sick of her. I'm so sick of her and how fucking helpless she is. Every fucking thing I have to fucking help her with. And like today before I could go to lunch, I had to teach her how to use a fucking computer, even though we stand at computers all fucking day long. How do you not? Oh, everything. Tamara, it's not working. Fucking figure it out. Nobody showed me how to fucking do this.
Gertrude, figure it out.
Gertrude, I'll have to bleep that out. Another thing I have to figure out how to do.
First of all, it's good that you got that out in front of Lulu and not in front of Lucy.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because you scared my dog.
Sorry, Luce.
And now
Lulu,
she's
whatever
gone.
your name is.
Bye. It's okay. She'll be fine in a minute.
She'll be back licking my toes in a minute.
After she pees from anxiety.
Anyway, I'm just sick of fucking helpless ass adults.
Well, the offer's still open if you want to come work with me.
Can I work
I was going to say, it's
a job? Can I work Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
9 to 5?
Probably. It depends on what job you have. Listen, the salaried manager role is 7 to 5, and you get 2 days off. And they get a shitload of vacation time.
No one's going to hire me as a salary manager.
They do outside hires all the time.
Maybe.
I did go to, am I allowed to say the grocery store that we worked for?
You mean Schmin-Smixy? Let's just call it Winn Dixie.
I went to the one by my house.
Uh-huh.
I saw an old coworker that I used to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And he offered me a job again.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
See, she's back licking my toes.
Are we ready now? This is a fairly recent story.
I'm excited.
Oh,
Why
God.
I always get butterflies right before you tell me a story.
Ew, why?
Because I'm so excited. I'm not getting turned on.
I'm just nervous that I'm going to fucking ruin it and disgrace. I hate doing I just feel like I'm going to hurt someone. You know what I mean? victims, whatever. Because I'm going to say something stupid, and they're going to be like, that's not right! Okay.
We're not professionals. We're just telling a story.
That's true. On January 10th of 2019, a woman in Gordon, Wisconsin was out walking her dog when she came across a young girl with a familiar-looking face who was asking for help. When the young girl told the woman what her name was, the woman was absolutely stunned and immediately took the girl to a neighbor's house where they called the police. They dialed 911 and told them, "We found Jayme Closs." This day would end up being Jayme Closs's 88th and final day in captivity. It's a horrible story that ends in a good way.
Okay. That name sounds really familiar. I would have guessed it was a long time ago. Okay.
Right?
2019.
I always think kidnapping cases are from like forever ago. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe that's because a lot of kidnapping cases that we hear of end up in murder.
How old was she? Did you say
13.
that? 13. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's rewind. In October of 2018, Jayme was just a normal 13-year-old girl who, by all accounts, was very sweet and kind, just like her mother, Denise. But she was very, very shy. Family members would say that even at gatherings, she would be attached to her mom's hip the whole time. They had a super close relationship. She was also close with her father, James. Denise and James were married in 2003 and had worked together at the local Genio turkey store for 27 years. The family of 3, plus a cute dog named Molly. And I literally Googled pictures of Molly because she was very cute. And
I like the name Molly.
All the podcasts I was listening to was just like, Molly would sleep in her sweater every night. And I was like, I have to see Molly.
Aww.
It was so cute. It's like this little I don't know if she's like a Maltipoo or something. I don't know. She was really fucking cute.
She slept in the missing girl's sweater.
Yeah, because it was like her
Oh my
dog.
heart.
Yeah.
Oh God. Now
I'm crying again. They all lived in the small town of Barron, Wisconsin, where our story begins. I don't know why I always say Wisconsin like that. Wisconsin. Every fucking time.
Wisconsin.
That October, a man named Jake Patterson would see Jayme get off a school bus outside her home, and he would decide right then and there that he would take her. Ugh. Jake Patterson was just 21 years old at the time. I'm just waiting for a reaction. That's wild to me. This is like an old man thing to do.
I'm disgusted.
21? And you're just like, I want to kidnap someone. He had no previous criminal history before that day and was basically unremarkable in every way possible. He was discharged from the Marine Corps. I don't know. Sorry, everyone. After a month.
I don't know either.
It's spelled corpse, but that just sounds wrong.
Just say Marine
because
Corps.
then people say Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Psst. I don't know. And right before the kidnapping, he worked for just 2 days as a temp at a cheese shop. So, from one profession to another.
I don't know why.
In Wisconsin.
Temp at a cheese shop.
A temp. You can't even land the job at the cheese shop.
I want some cheese.
I have some cheese.
Ooh, okay.
I bought some today. Cause yeah, I love cheese.
Yeah. We've talked about Wisconsin a lot today. I'm so sorry. Go. Yeah, I mentioned Wisconsin earlier when I was talking about cows.
Cause cheese, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I lost my place. Cheese. Oh, okay. On his way home from said cheese shop job, his final day there, is where he spotted Jayme getting off of her school bus, and he started to plan. He grabbed his dad's 12-gauge shotgun, which he thought would be hard to trace because it's such a common gun in the area. You know, bears and other Wisconsin things.
I know nothing about
wolves.
Guns, so.
Well, I'm just thinking of things that we had in Michigan. Foxes. I don't know. Animals. Deer.
dear.
Yeah. Comes back around. Wisconsin. Yeah. He thought it'd be hard to trace because it's such a common gun to have in that area. And he threw on some gloves, grabbed the shotgun shells, wiped them down for prints, and then he went to Walmart and bought a black balaclava.
Is that a difficult word for you?
It is. I literally typed, God damn it, I hate that word. Why can't they just say ski mask?
Why can't you just say ski mask?
Because I had to put it in there for comedic relief because this story sucks.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to try to say it.
But I had said it out loud as I was reading this article. Balaclava.
Balaclava?
Balaclava. Balaclava. I always thought it was baklava, but I think that's food.
Now I want baklava.
What's baklava?
It's like this really crispy, flaky pastry. Oh. It's sweet and it has like honey on it, I think.
Ooh. Okay. We'll circle back. He then shaved his face so he wouldn't leave behind any forensic evidence. He stole plates from a random car and switched them with his own, and disconnected his car's dome light to help conceal him at night. And he also remembered to cut the cord that could unlock the trunk of the car if someone was stuffed in there. Which then got me thinking, like, I don't know where that cord is. So if I got stuffed into a trunk, I'd be fucked. We should all probably know where that cord is.
They're usually glow-in-the-dark handles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Genius.
I don't know about your car, though, because it's an SUV. Your back row is just there, so it's not totally closed in, right?
Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. No one's going to stuff
Circling the drain.
In your trunk.
Can't kidnap me in my own Kia Soul. Okay. So, yeah, he planned and planned and planned. The first time he went to Jayme's house to kidnap her, he was scared off when he saw cars in the driveway. It's someone's fucking house. Of course, whatever. The second time he went to kidnap her, he ditched the plan again after he saw lights on and people moving in the house. Again, people live there. And then the third time, October 15th, he would finally take what he wanted and no one was going to stand in his way. At 12:53 a.m. on October 15th, Patterson pulled into the Closs driveway with his headlights off. Jayme was asleep in her bedroom when good girl Molly started barking. Jayme woke up, looked out the window to see the car in the driveway, and went to go wake up her parents because she was like, what the hell? Just weird. James, the dad. Sorry, a lot of J's.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, James sent Jayme and Denise into the bathroom where they barricaded themselves by locking the door, and then they pulled the cabinet drawer out so no one would be able to push the door open, which is so fucking smart. And then
this is terrifying me because it sounds like they're doing
sounds
all the
like
right
my
thing.
bathroom. Yeah.
Well, they got the parents involved. Like,
I was picturing my bathroom the whole time. I was like, that's such a good idea.
The parents are involved and they're awake and they've got her. No, I'm scared. Keep going.
Yeah. James went to the front door where Patterson told him to get on the ground, and he didn't. It's his fucking house. He shouldn't have to. Patterson then started pounding on the front door, and James, who probably mistook him for a cop, asked to see his badge, because why the fuck else would somebody be at your house at 1 a.m. pounding on the door telling you to get on the ground? Like, that's not what burglars do, you know? And as James peeked through the window again to see what the hell this guy was up to, Patterson pulled the trigger of the shotgun, killing Jayme's dad instantly.
No.
Yeah. Upon hearing the shotgun blast, Denise grabbed her cell phone and called 911, and the call is truly disturbing. No, there are no, like, words spoken. It's just, like, screaming and, like, muffled noises, like, just fucking terror, you know? And the line goes dead. Dispatchers try calling back. It goes to voicemail, so that's when they dispatch police to see what's going on. While this is happening, Patterson has made it through the front door by shooting the doorknob. He walks over James's body, and then starts searching the house for Jayme. When he comes across a door that won't budge, he knows that they're inside because every other room in the house is empty. He basically used his fucking body to break through this door. He slammed his whole ass body against this door like 15 times and split the door in half. This is a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
And that's where he finds Denise and Jayme huddled in the bathtub, hiding. He throws a roll of duct tape to Denise and tells her to cover her daughter's mouth. And when she couldn't do it, probably because her hands are shaking because there's a fucking maniac in their bathroom, he rested his gun on the sink calmly, took the tape and did it himself, and then bound her wrists and ankles and helped her out of the tub. He then picked up the shotgun, looked away, and pulled the trigger, killing Denise right in front of her daughter. And then he dragged Jayme to his car, popped her in the trunk, and drove off. Only 20 seconds after leaving the home, he saw the police lights headed his way. He slowed down for them to pass him, and they just drove by because they were rushing to the house where the 911 call had just taken place.
Oh, God. It sounds familiar to me.
Yeah. I've heard about this story, like, several times.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just wild.
I didn't realize it was so recent.
I didn't either. It just feels like it's happened so long ago. But how fucking wild is that? Like, he fucking drove past, and like you can hear the the recorded police lines of them in the cars, and they're talking about the car as it drives by. He's saying there's a car yielding here for us to get by, and that's the car that has Jayme in it. Ugh. Patterson drives with Jayme in his trunk for 2 hours till he reaches the Patterson Retreat in Gordon, Wisconsin. A tiny, heavily forested town of just 650 people. He had Jayme change into his sister's clothes. Then he burned her pajamas along with the duct tape and his gloves. He forced her to stay underneath his twin-sized bed, where he also, a fucking grown man with a twin-sized bed is just red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag. Ugh. Where he blocked her in with laundry baskets and bags and barbells for 12 hours a day with no food, water, or bathroom breaks. Basically, anytime he left the house or had people over, she was under the bed. And whenever he had people over, he would play loud music so that the people couldn't hear her and she couldn't hear them. Fucked up.
Oh, my God.
And he didn't even put any kind of special protections on the doors or anything, but was somehow able to keep her in line by just like yelling at her, hitting the walls, and threatening her that if she ever tried anything, that bad things would happen to her. Like, because she was a minor at the time, I think that like a lot of stuff wasn't reported to the media. And I also think that she was like recovering from trauma and stuff like that, so she probably didn't want to come forward with anything that had happened. But like, a dude doesn't just kidnap a 13-year-old girl with no intentions. He claims that he didn't do anything sexually with her.
Yeah, right.
But like, and he didn't lay a finger on her. And she said like he didn't like, she said he like hit her one time or something like that, like really hard on the back of the head when she like tried to escape, quote unquote, but she didn't. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. There's got to be some other way that he like made her not try to run away. Because again, he didn't have locks on the doors or anything. And she was just under a bed. Like, it's not like she had a lock and chain. It's fucking mental manipulation.
I'm like picturing her as a young child, but she's 13.
That's still a young child. I mean,
I'm picturing like a 6-year-old in
I
my
didn't
head
have boobs it's at under 13.
A bed.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I just looked at pictures of her so that I could.
I don't know. Isn't she cute?
Yeah.
A few weeks after the kidnapping, he really thought that he had gotten away with it and was beginning to let his guard down. Meanwhile, the search for Jayme was intensifying. A reward of $25,000 was initially put up for any information about her disappearance, and then the Jenny-O turkey store that her parents worked for added an additional $25,000 for the reward and to help with James and Denise's funeral expenses. Her family never gave up hope in trying to find her. And in one interview I listened to a month after her disappearance, a family member tells a reporter that when you lose someone you love, you feel this overwhelming loss. But he said, like, I don't feel that loss. Like, I know she's still alive somewhere because that loss isn't there.
Right.
So that was just like, woof. They knew that she was still alive somewhere.
Well, you gotta hope, I mean.
Yeah. But I honestly think they, like, knew, like, this was beyond just, like, hoping. Like, you know how, like, some mothers and stuff, I mean, obviously her mother passed, but, like, some people are just like, I know she's gone. But, like, they knew she was alive. Yeah. I don't know. They held on to hope, even with all the horrible rumors on social media that always tend to circulate in small towns. And even when the case was slightly sidetracked by a dude that broke into the Closs home just a few weeks after the murders to steal some of Jayme's underwear.
Are you fucking kidding me?
A couple weeks after the murder. I guess I'm not sure if they had a security system or if the police put up motion like cameras after it, but this dude was like caught on camera breaking into the house, so obviously the police were notified and they went there, found this dude fucking taking her underwear, and he's just like, oh yeah, it makes me so sick when people do things to little kids, but I just wanted some of her underwear. This dude was institutionalized, and they ultimately found that he had nothing to do with the murders. He was just a fucking creepo.
Okay.
Because he thought nobody would miss the underwear.
So he went there with, like, that intent, not like he just broke into this house. Okay.
Yes. He just wanted the fucking underwear because he said, she's gone, and so are her parents. No one's going to miss the underwear.
How are there so many sick fucking people in this world?
Yeah. Bit weird. So that just sucks because, like, that happened and it, like, diverted all this attention away from the actual hunt for her because they were like, oh my God, I think we got a guy, blah, blah, blah. No, just fucking creep. But, you know, just as a family was putting together an event to recognize the 3rd-month anniversary of her disappearance, Jake Patterson was feeling confident enough to get his ass out there back on the job market. So he went to a local liquor distributor to apply for a job. He told Jayme that he was going to go out for a few hours, and he left the place. And at that moment, she decided she was not going to be held captive anymore. Like, he didn't fucking lock any of the doors. He's gone. Whatever. She crawled out from underneath his bed, put on a pair of his sneakers, and opened the door to walk out into the cold Wisconsin snow. It's fucking January. It's cold up there. It's fucking, like, below 0 some days.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she was like, all she was wearing was, like, leggings, they said. Not, like, leggings, a long sleeve shirt, and his sneakers on the wrong feet. She needed to get the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, it didn't take long before she came across a woman named Jean Nutter. I think she lived, like, 3 doors down from Patterson. This woman was out walking her dog. Jayme told her, I'm lost and I need help. I'm Jayme. And immediately the woman knew who she was because she has been seeing her missing poster. She's all over the fucking news. She's everywhere. Jayme Closs. Everybody knows this face. She took Jayme to a neighbor's house where they told 911 dispatchers they had Jayme Closs, and they were met with shock, but sent the police right away because they didn't know how long Patterson would be out. And we all know what happens when people get in between him and Jayme. They end up, you know, missing faces. When Patterson gets home, he sees Jayme's gone, sees her footprints in the snow. He jumps in his car and he starts looking for her. And a deputy that was driving Jayme away from the neighbor's home. Like, she's in the car. Once again, it's so weird. Like, you know, when the cops are first coming to the scene, she's in his car, and then they're rescuing her in their car, and then he's driving by and they spot him, and boom. I don't know, it was weird to me. Kismet.
Yeah.
A deputy that was driving Jayme away from the neighbor's home spotted past Patterson's car approaching from the opposite direction and alerted other deputies, who then stopped the car, identified Jake Patterson as the driver, and arrested him. He immediately pled guilty to the crimes.
was she in the car and saw his car and said
She saw his car,
uh-huh.
and they said, "Is that him?" And she said, "I don't know what his car looks like, but I think so." And they ran the plates, which had been switched back to his own personal plates.
Mm-hmm.
And it was him. They pulled him over, all that stuff. I don't know if they kept her there to, like, identify him, but I think they already knew who he was because of the neighbor. Because he only lived 3 doors down from the neighbor that found her. And she was just like, I came from this house.
Okay.
He immediately pled guilty to the crimes. Cried about how sorry he was and told everyone that he didn't want Jayme to have to go through a lengthy trial.
Sorry. You are fucking sorry.
Man, he was like milking it. He was milking those fucking tears. He was writing Jayme letters from like prison, how sorry he was, and I know this doesn't mean anything, but I just want you to know I don't want you to hurt anymore, blah blah blah. He's such a little fucking bitch. So, yeah, he didn't want her to go through a lengthy trial, so he like confessed, and then, you know, because the cops didn't want her to have to like revisit anything that happened to her during her captivity. They didn't, you know, whatever, they honored it. They didn't want to put her on the stand. Even so, he was sentenced to 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole for the murders of her parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's first degree, baby.
Yeah.
And then an additional 40 years for the kidnapping of Jayme. He now spends his days getting the shit kicked out of him in prison for what he did to Jayme. Rightfully so. Mm-hmm. Because prison justice.
Yeah.
Like, you fuck with kids, get fucked, dude.
Mm-hmm. You're a fucking sicko.
Like, what? I don't care if you say you didn't do anything to her. Like, I don't know. She was a shy girl. And, like, that was the other thing. Like, everyone, when she was missing, they were, like, interviewing all of her, like, teachers and stuff like that. And they were really worried that, like, if she was still alive, she would not, like, she wouldn't have it in her to get away because she was so shy and timid.
Mm-hmm.
They were worried about that. But this bad bitch, I'm glad she finally was just like, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. So today, Jayme is 18. I think she was raised by her aunt. I'm pretty sure that her aunt was her godmother. And by all accounts, she's thriving. Her community and loved ones all rallied around her. They help her move forward every day. And I'm going to end this by reading a little bit of her impact statement. Just a little bit. Okay. Because it's very long. Last October, Jake Patterson took a lot of things that I loved away from me. But there's some things that he can never take from me. He can't take my freedom. He thought that he could own me, but he was wrong. I was smarter. I watched his routine and took back my freedom, and I will always have my freedom, and he will not.
Wow. What
a bad bitch.
What a strong statement to make.
I
That's
know.
awesome.
13. What the hell? When I was 13, I was like, just doing drugs.
Oh, wow. I was going to say eating Fruit Loops.
And eating lots of Fruit Loops because I was on drugs.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I mean, her parents passed.
That's really, really horrible. And
It's
right in
really
front
horrible.
of her.
And right in front of her. I can't even imagine, like, the shock. Like, I'm sure, like, that's probably another reason why she was so scared to, like, get away from him sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he knew, like, I got you under my fingernail. You've seen what I can do, you know? Ugh. What a turd. He looks like a fucking... Ugh. He looks like a plebe.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that word is, but it's, like, my favorite word this week. So, bear with me till I use it too much.
I've been looking at pictures of her. He doesn't even look 21. He looks like a teenage kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't understand what makes you like, I think today I'm going to kidnap a little girl and kill her parents.
Bad people.
Definitely not for sexual gratification at all. I just
no.
want to have her
No,
under my bed.
What the fuck was your end game?
Just want to have her under my bed.
Obviously. What a Fucking sick fuck.
And we'll probably never know, like, the full extent unless she ever decides to, like, come forward and talk about it, like Elizabeth Smart did, you know?
Mm-hmm. God, she looks so sweet and...
I know. She looks like someone that I went to junior high school with.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah. What you got next week? You don't have anything lined up, do you?
No, I have 2 half-written stories.
What's the genre?
True crime.
Ooh! I haven't heard you tell me a true crime yet.
Actually...
Yeah, no, I don't count your first one as a true crime because it was more of, like, old people dying.
Well, what about the
heist?
Loomis heist, yeah.
I don't think anybody died in that.
They don't have to die to make a crime.
I mean, it's true crime technically.
Okay.
All right.
I think
You have a murder for me?
No. Well, people...
No murders?
Someone dies.
Is it a murder?
One person dies.
Of?
Murder?
Tamara.
No. Well, no.
You shouldn't need to... Is it a poisoning?
No.
I just spit everywhere.
No. You won't guess how he dies.
Balloon accident.
No, but it's just as crazy and off the wall.
Oh, I got it.
Off the wall. Is that a saying?
I got nothing else. There are no other ways to die.
No. You named them all. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, are you trying to hold my hand?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I need human contact.
Okay, my hands are a little clammy.
Clammy.
Thanks so much for listening.
Oh, yeah. And
If you can't tell the difference in our voices or tell us apart, neither can we when we're...
Do we sound similar? You tell me.
I have a really hard time when I'm like editing. I'm like, who is who? It's really difficult for me.
I think I'm just the louder one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So
visually,
the person that hurts your ears is me, Rell.
Those wavelengths, I can tell the difference between them.
Yeah. You can always tell when I'm about to go on to a rant.
Yes.
The vibrations in your ear holes.
All right. Well, rate, review, subscribe. Send us your crazy story emails, your crazy work emails, or anything, too.
Just say hi. Fearfulfriendspodcast@gmail.com.
All right. Bye, friends.
Later day.